Hello everyone, my name is Sonic Frigate, and today I'm going to be going over the release of the Phase 2 Amulets, which came out yesterday, April 23rd, 2018, for Monster Islands. Unfortunately, there is no Sandstone quest within this update, and it's unfortunately going to get delayed until probably mid-May, or maybe even beyond that, because Steel's going to be busy apparently in May, so let's hope we'll get it soon, however. So, with the release of the Phase 2 Amulets, we got introductions to the following gems, which I have listed right here. We have Jade, Opal, Garnet, Tourmaline, Peridot, Beryl, Zircon, Tanzanite, and Hematite. So, with these gems, you can create the following amulets right here. And there are also new types of amulets as well for the different metals. For bronze, silver, gold, and demonite, as well as crystal, of course. We're going to be going over the crystal amulets, so let's get started. So, the Jade Amulet right here requires requires level 80, which is for all of them, 1 crystal bar for all these amulets, and then the respective gem itself. Now, the Crystal Jade Amulet, it will give you 100% additional crafting speed So, crafting speed, this is going to be pretty useful. I'm pretty sure it's not involved around what's its face, the furnace. But in order to get this gem, you can get it from Jisoo ores, which are used to make the Star Crafter stuff. Basically, you need these ores in order to complete the Star Crafter quests and just get their ninja stars themselves, which is the best ore, which is I don't know, I'll just keep listening to ores. So, Jisoo, clay, zinc, tin, copper, iron, and carbon ores are where you're gonna get this gem from. Now, Jisoo, like I said, is the best one, because it is a 6.6% chance, roughly, to get this gem, excuse me, while mining the ore itself. So, yeah, make sure you mine that ore so that you can have a better chance at getting the gem. Now, you can obviously increase your chances to get the gems and all other gems listed, and pretty much just any gem in general, by using the Emerald Amulet right here, excuse me, wrong one, to increase your luck boost by 25%, which will come in handy. Though it doesn't list the percentages with Emerald Amulet. I cannot speak today. I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to explain some stuff. I'm trying to be smart, but I'm not smart. Trust me. Alright, the Opal Amulet right here. 35% chance to not consume ammo. This is pretty good for both PvP and PvE purposes. Especially for those who uses bows. Like the Overseer bow only has 50 arrows maximum. 35% chance to not consume an arrow. That's very good. And to get the Opal gem itself, it's from the same ores. Jisoo, clay, zinc, tin, copper, iron, and carbon. But the Jisoo, it's about a 5.5% chance from the Jisoo ore. So it's going to be rarer to get the Opal gem than the Jade gem. Now, Garnet. This is a pretty lengthy description. You are less likely to be targeted by invasion enemies and bosses. So, since this is the crystal version of it, it is level 5. That's what it's implying. So the range of effect is 110 studs. Roaming enemies up to rank 10 are no longer aggressive. So, as long as you're within the range for this amulet to work, the enemies will not aggro on you. At least this is what I'm taking from this. So, to get the Garnet gem, it is from the same ores as the Jade and Opal, except the Jisoo, it's a 4.8% chance roughly, so again rarer than Opal and Jade. Now, from Tourmaline onwards, the following ores, Shizu, clay, zinc, and tin, and copper, excuse me, will not drop these gems. So, and I'm just going to point these out as we go. So we will look for Tourmaline right here. Health regen rate is increased by removing 8.5 seconds. So if you're one of those tank players, this can be good for you, as you can just keep your health can regenerate much faster than other players, as well as not to mention that defense boost that you'll get as a tank itself. Now, to get the Tourmaline gem, you can get it from iron, carbon, silver, gold, and glacial crystals. Keep in mind, Demonite does not drop this. And the glacial crystals have the best drop chance, which is 11.11% drop chance, which is good. And again, boosts even further with Emerald Amulet. I keep saying Amulet first before the actual gem. So next, we got Peridot Familiars, which is basically the pets, like the Omega Rainbow Phoenix, the Overseer Eye, and etc. They do 75% more damage. This is really good, especially for the Phoenix. Again, especially when it gets its special attack off. Its AoE explosion, which is amazing for familiars, and it gives a huge buff to them and gives them much more viability, and makes the Phoenix even more powerful than it already has. So to get the Peridot, it is the same chances as the Tourmaline, but it also drops from Demonite, and it has the same chances from the Glacial Crystal, which is an 11.11% drop chance. Now, the Barrel Amulet right here. Harvesting animation is increased by 50%. I'm not particularly sure what this means, but I'm assuming it does not have to do with mining speed at all, but rather just interacting, such as chopping down wood, for example. That could be one specific example of this harvesting, but it's a little bit vague, in my opinion at least, because I don't particularly know any real harvesting in the game besides chopping wood, like I said. So 50%, that's a good boost, but I don't see much of a use at all. Well, in terms of actual gameplay wise, and because, well, harvesting, getting resources. To get the Barrel gem, it can be dropped from silver, gold, demonite, and glacial crystals, with a 8.3% chance from the glacial crystals. So we're getting more and more rare drop chances as we go along here. Now we'll go over to the Zircon. Now this is something I want to point out. This I'm pretty sure used to give pretty much the opposite effect of the Ruby Amulet. So pretty much I think it gave a 10% defense buff, but like a minus 35% damage buff. But it was still good. Actually very good, to where it had to be changed, considering that where you were to pair it with a certain gear set, it will allow you to get up to 100% in defense, which was too good for what it is. So they had to completely change the amulet into a very unique kind of mechanic here, which I don't think Monster Island's ever had, which is 20% increase to critical strike chance. This can be good, especially for fast firing weapons, and combine that with headshot multipliers. This can be a pretty good amulet to use, especially in the end game. Now, to get Zircon, this can only drop from demonites and glacial crystals, with the best being glacial, of course, with a 3% chance. So this is pretty rare from the glacial crystals itself. Now, the last two are Tanzanite and Hematite, but we'll go over the Tanzanite first. So, Tanzanite, 20% increase to complete 20% chance, excuse me, not increase, to completely dodge an incoming damage strike. So pretty much any type of damage that's about to throw at you, there's a 20% chance that you'll dodge it completely and not take any damage. Just keep in mind, 20% chance, 1 in 5. It won't activate all the time, of course, but it can be pretty clutch, especially if you're low on HP. Now, to get the Tanzanite, this will only drop from glacial crystals with a 2.2% drop chance. So you're gonna have to be in the glacials for quite a while before you get the Tanzanite, but of course emerald amulets. But we'll move on to the hematite now, which is pretty interesting to say the least. So, hematite amulet, 20% damage is reflected onto the attacker. So any type of damage, like let's say you take 20 damage from any like a damage attack, I don't know, just any regular attack, 5 of that damage will go towards the enemy who attacked you, or player. This can especially, well, to be completely honest, with defense, this might not be good, considering that the defense is negating how much damage you take. So, I recommend getting an armor with like a bunch of health and not much defense, if any at all. I believe such as the Elite Zyathan armor, which gives like 1000 HP. That could be good. For this amulet specifically, I mean. But still, good amulet, very unique in itself. And the hematite is only from glacials, just like the Tanzanite, with a 2% drop chance. So, roughly 2% drop chance. This is 1.965 on the wiki, but these are all estimates, mind you, so... yeah, that's pretty much it for the update. These were technically already in the game, but they just weren't accessible to the players until yesterday. Like, you weren't able to actually craft these, I think, until yesterday. I'm not sure if you were able to get the gems beforehand, but I'm assuming you weren't. So with these amulets released, there are quite a bit of options for you to choose from, especially for different kinds of play styles within the game. And I'm looking forward to experimenting with them at some point. So yeah, that was the Monster Islands update and the new amulets. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel to see more other Roblox content and Monster Islands content as well. Be sure to also check out my Discord and Roblox group page, which is linked in the description down below, as well as my Twitter. And until next time, this is Sonic and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-byes!